how did Ramon, my Cuban fiance, end up in Nashville, Tennessee? It's like everything happens for a reason. So Ramon actually left Cuba in 2019 and he flew to Managua, Nicaragua, and then he traveled up through Central America to the US border with Mexico. Ramon had a childhood friend who was living in North Carolina at the time, and he had actually invited Ramon to live with him. When Ramon made it to the US-Mexico border in 2019, it was during the Trump administration, and they were enforcing the MTPP, which meant that anyone who was seeking refugee had to wait in Mexico. So he was basically denied entry into the United States, which meant that he had to figure out how to do life in Mexico until either the presidential election or immigration laws changed. Eventually, the laws did change once Biden was elected in 2021, but by this time, the friend that he was planning on living with in North Carolina had actually moved to Spain. And when you come into the United States as a refugee, you have to have someone for the border control to call and say, like, this is where we're sending you to. They don't just let you in automatically. So Ramon started reaching out to all of his family members that he has in the United States, and he had a cousin who was living in Nashville, Tennessee. Thankfully, his cousin was super excited about Ramon coming to the United States, and his cousin gracefully welcomed Ramon into his home. It's kind of interesting how all of that worked out for a reason, because if Ramon had been in North Carolina a year and a half earlier, I never would have met him. We never would have had this TikTok. Sometimes I really do feel like things that hold you back or are really devastating in the moment can also be for your greater good in the long run. Even to this day, Ramon will talk about how living in Mexico was one of the best things that happened to him, because for the year and a half that he was there, he was able to kind of acclimate to how the world outside of Cuba works, and he was able to do that in his own language, which made his transition to American culture a lot easier. Regardless of his year of preparation in Mexico, he will still tell you that his hardest time as an immigrant was his first year. Very thankfully, there were a lot of organizations in Nashville that helped him, specifically the Catholic Church of Nashville. They have a New Americans program, which basically supports new refugees, new immigrants. It gives them housing items that they need. It helps them with legal paperwork. It hooks them up with free English classes. It's an incredible program, and Ramon still talks about how much that program helped him out in his first year. Because we are doing something good for someone else every day of Vlogmas, we wanted to give back to the New American program today. Last week, I reached out to them via email asking specifically what their needs were. They responded telling me that they've recently had a huge influx of immigrants, and they also sent me a list of some products that they need the most. I feel really grateful to the program because I see the work that they've done firsthand and how it has benefited so many new immigrants. And of course, the program holds a special place in my heart because they supported Ramon in a time when he needed it the most. So come with us to Walmart while we give back to a program that gave us so much. We actually started our morning off at Dollar Tree because this is the best place I know to buy some cleaning products. We ended up getting laundry detergent, dish soap, fabuloso, sponges, brooms. We were able to knock out a lot of things on the list at Dollar Tree. Honestly, it kind of feels like it's not a lot, but when you come to this country with nothing, any and everything is a blessing. I also wanted to include a way for you guys to help the New American program out if you want to. They sent me a link to their Amazon wish list, which is where you can buy the products on Amazon and they are delivered directly to the program. I am going to go ahead and put that link in my bio. I'm also going to put a link to the program's website where you can donate money directly. At Walmart, we ended up getting bedding, pillows, and shower curtains. We just want to give a huge thank you to the New American program and all the other programs like it. It really do make such a huge difference for so many, and we are more than happy to be giving back to them this season.